Hey, Mark from Rams up here. I was up late last night getting the pod out. Did not have time to get this video out, so I'm sharing it now. My recap of the Rams win over the Saints. Thursday night primetime football on Amazon Prime. Rams 30, Saints 22. What a big win for our Rams. They improved to 8-7, improved their playoff chances to 72%, winners of 5 of their last 6 games, man. And you know what? If you're all doing your scoreboard push-ups alongside of me, 5 straight games the Rams have scored 28 straight points. We should have a lot of ripped Ram fans out there. Last night, you should have done 159 push-ups, and I hope you did. Let's talk about this game a little bit more. I'm going to get through the negative stuff first. Second straight game, we have played a lesser opponent, dominated, and then let them hang around, let them get back into it, close it to a one-score game. Just a little too stressful for my liking. And as Matthew Stafford said in his victory speech in the locker room, they're too good to let these teams stick around and have a shot at tying the game late. They got to learn to close the deal, and I think they will. Let's talk about the positive, though. Man, a lot of good stuff. Do we have ballers or what? If you're going to hand out game balls, most people are going to start with Puka and Kyren, Demarcus Robinson, Matthew Stafford. The defense, the run defense was excellent. Really shut down Alvin Kamara. But what about our offensive line? Man, these guys are not getting enough credit. They all graded out really well. And opening holes for Kyren, keeping Matthew Stafford clean for the most part. This has probably been the biggest development on this Ram team. The ability of this offensive line to get push, to get Kyren Williams going vertical really fast. His little jump cuts and go behind this offensive line makes it really difficult to defend. And then you start mixing in some play action and the elite level that Matthew Stafford is playing at right now with guys like Puka Nacua and Demarcus Robinson stepping up. And we almost forget about Cooper Kupp. He was basically our third receiver against the Saints. What a dangerous offense, and I don't think anyone's going to want to play these guys in the playoffs. Hey, this is from JB Long on Twitter. When 7 games together, Nacua, Kupp, and Kyren, they've played together 7 times. 28.9 points per game, 6.2 yards per play. Nacua now 95 catches for 1,327 yards. Man, what a baller. It's so much fun watching these guys play, watching them develop alongside a couple of veterans like Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford. You think they're enjoying this? Man, they gotta be such a fun team. Gotta love this team. That's the bottom line. You watch Kyren Williams and Puka Nacua making plays, fighting for every yard, and playing with so much passion. It's a lot of fun. Love this team. As far as big plays, I ran those down on the pod. I'm not going to do it here, but I am going to reiterate. I think the biggest play of this game probably wouldn't have changed the outcome, but Dennis Allen deciding to go for it late in the first half. His team had scored that big touchdown to close to 10-7 in a game his team had been pretty much dominated. They get a 3-and-out and get the ball back. Now, he could have probably just ran out the clock, punted the ball away, go to halftime down by 3, trying to figure it out, but he goes for it, turns it over on downs, and the Rams score in 35 seconds to go up 17-10. It was only a 10-point lead, but I kind of felt the Rams had the game in hand at that point, and they added 10 more quick points in the second half, and then that little mini comeback by the Saints. But still, I thought that was a big mistake by Dennis Allen, and that really cost them the chance of, if it weren't for that, maybe this is a closer game early in the second half, and maybe that comeback is even more threatening. But Rams figured it out. But that was the biggest play of the game, the biggest decision of the game by far. Dennis Allen should have punted it away there. So we'll be talking about the Rams' playoff chances moving forward, but in a nutshell, I looked at a scenario where they beat the Giants and let's say they lose to the 49ers and the Seahawks win out. that would be the worst scenario because then we need the Vikings to lose 2 out of 3, which is very possible. They got 2 with the Lions and 1 with the Packers. So it's not a done deal. Rams have some work to do, and they may still need a little bit of help if they can't beat the 49ers, assuming they beat the Giants. Not don't want to assume anything. This is the NFL. Giants are going to be a tough out. Don't know what the weather's going to be like there. But if the Rams have to go up to Santa Clara and win that game, maybe the 49ers have it locked up by then, and maybe they bench some guys, rest some guys, or do they go full steam ahead, try to knock the Rams out of the playoffs? But then, this Rams team is good enough to beat the 49ers right now. 49ers are the better team, but the Rams are at least showing that they could threaten this 49er team, make a game of it. And what happens if the 49ers go all out and they lose to the Rams? They still have the number 1 seed in this scenario, but man, who's winning the head game there? The Rams having knocked off a fully invested 49er team. So what I'm saying is maybe the 49ers think to themselves, hey, let's just not play our hand in case we play these guys in the playoffs, meet them again. We'll sit McCaffrey, we'll sit Deebo Samuel. Those would probably be the 2 most likely guys to sit down. Maybe Trent Williams, maybe Brock Purdy after a couple series of Trent Williams is sitting down. But just some food for thought, getting way ahead of ourselves here. Maybe the Rams have it pretty much locked up by then, by the Seahawks taking it on the chin. Vikings losing a couple, and the Rams are sitting pretty with that 6 or 7 seed. That's all I got from here. We'll be back in a couple of days with a round table and a couple more drops with a loop around the league, especially after these Saturday and Sunday games. Out here from Rams Up.